still. Hardcore ahead!
Hello everyone, my name is Jesser, and I'm back with an update for my Lancing Steel Champion. And I'm very happy with the build. As you saw from the intro, I was able to do many invitations, many bosses like Maven, Uber Elder, Cyrus, and all of this more or less with an 80 bind budget. So there has been a few changes from the previous video. You can check all the gear in the PoE that is linked in the description. Just briefly, the first big change is we're using Lionized Vision as our chess piece. That is how we get Pierce, and instead of Pierce as a gem, I added GMP. So we have more projectiles. I learned that more projectiles are very good for lancing steel, especially for clearing. It helps a lot. So we got GMP and also the helmet enchant with one additional projectile, which is very cheap actually. You can get it for like 5 chaos on a decent base. And then you can craft. I decided to craft my helmet with mana reservation efficiency and life. Then another change is we're using Perseverance as our belt. Better gear, right, for gloves, boots, rings, an amulet. You can check all of that in the description. And of course the weapon. This weapon I crafted myself. I think that the base is very important. This base, if you see on the implicit, it has increased critical strike chance. And we have 9.35% crit chance, which is very high and it's very good. The base is the Flesh Reaper. I searched for one with fractured hybrid physical damage, and then decided to spam the essences that give flat physical damage until I hit an open prefix and a decent suffix. In this case I got very lucky and I got attack speed and crit chance. So I just crafted physical damage and we have a very decent axe. The base was 40 chaos actually, so it's not very expensive to get a decent axe like this. I have seen similar axes for 1 or 2 divines. Then for the passive tree, I added a Watcher's Eye with the important mod, the Impels. You inflict last 2 additional hits. It gives you a decent amount of DPS. And it's not very expensive, it's 3 divines at the current time of the video. So it's not very expensive. It should be probably one of your last upgrades. The most important upgrades are, I would say, the chest piece and then the weapon. And then you're gonna start focusing on all the other gear. And then Watcher's Eye. Also below here I have a Timeless Jewel, Little Pride. It's basically a jewel that gives extra modifiers to the notables or the nodes that you take on the passive tree. In this case, Little Pride is able to give some decent modifiers that are very useful, like double damage, which is somewhere over here. This one, 5% chance to deal double damage. You can get many of those. They're not very easy to get. This one in particular has only one, but it also has increased physical damage twice and max life. So I decided to use it. And also gives you a lot of strength. So for 2 passive points you get a lot of very useful stats. Then make sure that you achieve a few things for the build. For example, getting Life Leech somewhere. In this case I have it on one of my rings, this one. The mana leech comes from the body armor, so you don't have to worry about that. Make sure that you have 100% chance to impale. You can get impel chance in the tree and also in the globes, for example, here in the Blizzard. Also try to get as much crit as possible. Currently I do have 100% with one more power charge while mapping. Get good flasks as well with good suffixes. And lastly, there has been a few extra gems that I have added. More like quality of life, for example, mark on hit on our sniper's mark, so we don't have to cast a sniper's mark every time. Also added blood rage, because it's free. It's free attack speed and free leech and frenzy charges. Right, so it's pretty good. And overall, that's the build. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.
You are the cause of great.
The spirits are spent.